segue into that, so thank you. So speaking of teams that were predicted to win the league, we had Brighton against Liverpool. Man, this was never close.
No, this is Brighton's best start ever to a Premier League season.
Yeah.
They're sitting in, 7th place right now?
Yeah, and it brings up the question, how high is their ceiling?
I think, honestly, it's about there.
Yeah.
You look at the league table, the teams that are above them. I mean, they could probably go up into 6th. Then after that, you start getting into Tottenham, Man United, Chelsea, Man City, and then Arsenal. And you do expect kind of Liverpool and Chelsea to probably have a bounce back here at some point in the season. So, I mean, obviously anywhere in the top 10 is great for Brighton and Hove Albion.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't mean to correct you, but Chelsea is behind them.
Yeah, I expect Chelsea to catch up to them at some point.
Yeah,
they're only 2 points behind Brighton.
How much money they spent? They should, but again, we'll get into that a little bit later.
I predict Chelsea, they'll go on a 6-7 game winning streak here at some point in the season, and that'll definitely boost them up the table.
Yeah, I mean, they got a tough February, so we'll see. With the Champions League as well, I mean. Well, again, this is not about Chelsea. It's about Liverpool. But Brighton is on fire. Liverpool give up 3 goals in back-to-back games for the first time in 10 years. This one ends 3-0. Brighton completing the Merseyside bingo by beating Liverpool and Everton away from home and at home.
Liverpool did not look good in this game.
No, they looked
bad.
Yeah. I mean, when Brighton, a team of Brighton's caliber against Liverpool, has 68% possession, I feel like that's a statement.
I mean, I know there was no Virgil van Dijk in this game. He was out.
Yeah.
But still, you expect more from Liverpool. I mean, they still have Mohamed Salah. Cody Gakpo got his Premier League debut. They still have Thiago, Henderson, Fabinho in that midfield. And
I mean, they still got Joe Gomez and Konate, Matic. Not Matic. I'm sorry.
Matip. Yeah, it was Matip and Konate who started, and then Alexander-Arnold Robertson.
Yeah.
Up top, they had Oxlade-Chamberlain, Cody Gakpo, and Mohamed Salah. And I mean, Salah, he looks like a shell of the former player he was a couple years ago. And honestly, this whole Liverpool team looks like a shell of the team it was a couple years ago.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of shell, I mean, Oxlade-Chamberlain starting up front. I mean, what is that Ninja Turtle doing up there? I don't understand.
Darwin Nunez was out injured, so.
But you got Firmino. Like, why not play Firmino up front?
I'm not sure if he's on the injury list as well, but no, they went with Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah, I mean, he's experimenting at this point, right? They're on a free fall, and you got to try everything you can if you're Jurgen Klopp.
I'll be curious to see if they make any more signings here in this January transfer window.
Yeah, Klopp came out a couple of days ago and said that they don't have any money and they don't expect any more signings. I think that might be a mental tactic to give them a little bit less pressure. I think they have the money and they will sign players where they need to.
If they don't sign players, I don't see things getting much better for them this season.
I don't either. I mean, 9th place kind of looks like their form right now. And I think that's what they deserve at this point. Same with Chelsea in 10th. But on the same note, let's talk about how impressive that Brighton team is. Like, oh
Brighton
my
looked
God.
Great. I mean, just the players. Matoma looked fantastic. Ferguson looked good. Caicedo.
Yeah.
Pascal Gross, Alexis McAllister, Solly March. They all
Solly March with the double
in that game.
Yeah. I mean, McAllister looks all of 80 million that they say he's worth. Solly March looking like a man on fire. And this is all with Leandro Trossard with contract negotiations going down the drain, saying he'll never play for Brighton ever again. Arguably one of their best players of the season, and they don't even need him.
Yeah, he's got 7 goals this season, but coach said him, nope, I don't want to deal with your drama. You're not in the squad for this game, and rightly so if that's the way he's going to behave. I mean, you're still a professional. You have to behave like a professional.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he's still there at the end of the month. I don't think he will be.
I don't think so either, especially with only 6 months left on his contract. If the only way out for him is a transfer, Brighton would much rather have